So we have our meat cut up. We cut it up at the same time we're cutting up the meat for the maple patties. This is a whole pork loin. Actually, this is half of a whole pork loin. The other half we still have. And we're gonna make this into Italian spicy sausages. So, spicy Italian sausages. And that's it. We're gonna start putting the spices in. They're in the description of the recipe. The salt. This is 6 pounds of meat. Pepper. Sugar. Other stuff. Sage. Rosemary. I always add a bit of garlic, although normally they don't put garlic in Italian sausages. I just put a smidgen in there. This is jalapeno, dried jalapeno peppers. Make them really spicy. Now, if you can't find dried jalapeno peppers, you can put in any kind of pepper you want. All the amounts, the grams, the recipe for it is in the description. And of course, if you really don't like hot sausages, well, don't add the chili pepper. But if you like hot, I put in jalapeno instead of chili. But you can put in whatever you would like to add your spice. Okay, this is all nicely mixed. I mean, it's going to get mixed after it gets ground. I'm going to wash my hands, and you know what grinding is like. I'm not going to put you through the noise of, oh, water. No, it's not for me. It's in the recipe. Just to help it go through the grinder easier. So now I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to put it through the grinder, and I'll see you after I've ground it. Well, do you want to come taste it? This is our spicy Italian. I put the meat in the fridge already.
Now, is it going to be like flaming hot?
I have no idea.
I saw all that hot chili. Jalapeno peppers you put in it.
It's moist. It's definitely spicy. Nice taste, but it is spicy. We knew that.
I have to wait till the after results of my tongue work.
Very good. I like spicy stuff. But I have another one.
It is hot. It's spicy. But I guess if you had it on a bun, the bread would take away some, but just pure like that. Like I would have to put mustard, sauerkraut to mellow it a bit.
Take your last one? Oh, take the whole thing.
No, that's good. That's good. Very tasty.
Yeah, it's good. So it's back in the fridge. So now about 5.5, 6 pounds of pork. The pork that was cut off the whole loin that I cut up yesterday. We've mixed half into spicy Italian that you just saw. Now I'm going to be making Mango Tango using the Bearded Butcher's spices. Now, and also mango, again from the Bearded Butcher. Now the mango doesn't go in until after it's all ground up, because you don't want to grind up the mango, you know, that's going to be a texture in the sausage. So, and don't forget, these Bearded Butchers, they packaged up their spices for 25 pounds. So in another video that's earlier in this sausage series I have here, I show how to divide it up in the packages for 5 pounds. So these are already pre-packaged for 5 pounds. There's a dried jalapeno and other spices that they have, and a bratwurst seasoning that they have. So that's next. I'm gonna put these in here, mix them all up, put them to the grinder.
Want your water?
No water from these. So just mix them all up, same as before. Stir them all up. And then I'm going to put it through the grinder. Make sure you get a little bit of spice on all the meat. So, I'll see you after the grinding then. So, it's all ground up. I'm going to put the mangoes in now. Come on. I guess I really sealed that one up. That's what they look like, and they're little cubes. So good. Oh, that's delicious. I guess they've been squished by vacuum sealing. Anyway, break them apart. Just about done. Someday on one of my trips, when I go down past the Bearded Butchers, they have a meat shop also. They sell various meats already made up. I'm going to buy some of their stuff just to see how their sausages and stuff they make on site. Like they have big industrial machines. But they take care of what they put in their meat. They don't just grind up the scraps off the floor. They put in good meat. There. Stir it all up. There. Oh, you can see that? All the little orange specks from the mango. Tomorrow, I'm going to put that in the fridge, obviously. Later, I'll put them in sausage casings. Stuff them. See you then. Now it's time to stuff our sausage casings with our sausage stuffer. So this is my Weaver sausage stuffer. I'm quite pleased with it for the price. I understand that some people have issues that the handle is not fastened better on. Yeah, it's true, but you know, I can make use of it for the cost. And the base, it's slippery on the surface, and I don't want to clamp it down. I don't have a place to put screws through it to screw it down. So I found just putting pieces of rubber on the bottom, like thin sheet of rubber. I know it's not the best solution. There must be a better way to put a rubber base on. Someday I'll find something and I'll let you know. But for now, and I've already pre-put the casing on the tube. It's all been washed and cleaned, and I put it on the tube. The preparing of the casing is in another video in my series on sausages. So the Weaver can handle up to 7 pounds, this particular model. I generally work with around 5, 6. This is like 5 pounds. This is our Mango Tango. So the Weaver tilts back, and then you can just stuff the tube. I've also pre-sprayed the inside of the cylinder and wiped it with so just a cooking oil spray. While you're putting it in there, you should squeeze it down a bit. Help get the air out. The cooking oil spray is just because it hasn't been used for half a year. I did wash it again, yes. But the cooking oil just seems to help make everything move better. And it lubricates the bushing that's on the presser, I would guess you could call it. The piece of the equipment that pushes down onto the meat. It's a little bit of mango left in there, but I figure if I put every little piece in the last, then we'll have one sausage with pure mango. I just have to wash my hands a bit, or the machine gets all slippery because I just finished handling the meat. You can also put the casing on once it's on the machine. I mean, before it's on the machine, but I kind of like this method. Carefully put it through. The beaver has nice coarse threads that work pretty easy. You don't need it very tight. I always leave an inch or two out the end so I can tie a knot after. It's harder with just one person. But Sharon's busy right now. That's what people don't like when the handle comes off. That's okay. So now pump out some meat until you see some meat coming out the end. There's also a air release inside this tube and when the pressure goes down, but it's automatic. You don't have to worry about it. There's a little bit of meat at the end. Now you can just tie a little knot. Actually, you don't even have to, I guess. But I like tying a little knot. Wish it was electric. I'm just pushing on the crank enough and I'm watching it so that I can get kind of a uniform fill. I don't know who invented a sausage stuffer. Sure come in handy. Oops, we had a break. I don't know whether there's a damaged casing or what, but we'll handle it when we're twisting it up. Maybe I put too much pressure in the handle, you know. That feels like it. So I have this little bit left over because of this break. Now you figure there's still at least one sausage inside this tube. And I still have quite a bit of casing. So I'm gonna put this back in the machine. And then on top of that, I'm going to put the hot Italian, spicy Italian. And the hot Italian will push the Mango Tango out of the machine. So put that in. The hot Italian in. Oh, the smell of this is, it's a wonderful seasoning for the hot Italian. Rinse my fingers, get the greasy sausage meat off so it doesn't get on the handle. Excuse me. Okay, so you see some air coming out here. So I believe that's the end of the Mango Tango. Well, I just want to get back in to the fridge, and I'll tie it off after. I want to get it in the fridge while I make those ones. Concept of keep it cool. I don't want meat to get warm until I'm cooking it. One knot. Another break. I don't know whether my casing is getting dry or. Anyway, nothing I can do about it right now. Huh. It's like gripping. We don't have that issue. Don't rip anymore. Oh man. Oh well. Fry it up for lunch. I don't know what I was doing that for. Huh? Oh man. Okay, fine then. Want approximately 6-inch lengths. That's going to go into one package. It's broken, but I'm going to make it into a link anyway. harder to cook. Oh well. You know what? Instead of having this big mess, I can just put that back in the machine because I'm going to have new casing anyway. Yeah. Maybe the next casing will work better. I know it seems like it takes a long time, a lot of work, but it's kind of fun. And you know exactly what went into your sausage. This actually is twice as fast. Oops. No, no. Should have just kept that. Okay. That went on so nice. Maybe it's just I left my other one on the tube too long. Definitely, that's coming off there much smoother. Maybe my casing was too dry. Because, you know, it sat in a tube while I was starting the video. Oh, first break. It's just about the end there. Oh, I'm at the end. Oh, I have no more in the machine. Well, that's good. That little bit extra there, I'll fry it up for lunch. There's a little bit in the tube too. Okay, so I am not a professional at making these into links, but I'm going to do it the best I can. And you don't need to see it. And I'm going to make basically 6-inch links. And I'm gonna put them in the vacuum bags. I'm gonna put 2 in each bag because I only eat 1 sausage at a time. The wife only eats 1 at a time. If we have company over, we'll take out 2 bags or 3 bags, whatever's needed, eh? So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I learn every time I do it. So, have a good day. If you like it at all, put a like on the video or subscribe. Or you can see my future videos on how I process sausages. And don't forget, I have lots of sausages I made in the past on videos. And they're quite interesting too. Including how to clean the casings and information on the weaver. So, have a good day. Bye-bye.